Wow. Look how agate this wood is. It's just absolutely glowing. So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out. Hey everybody, it's Kate from Katie Did, and we are on the Yellowstone River. It is our first day on the river with a boat this year. And it's April something, 6th, 7th, something like that. And the river has been completely plastered with people. It's amazing. There's like people on all my beaches. So I guess everybody is after the big ones. Let's see what we find. I told Jim I found a nice piece of petrified wood. Turns out it's a piece of real wood. Very, very waterlogged. First step. Look at me. Hardly counts. Here's another one. A little bit bigger. I guess that one can count. Here's an actual piece of petrified wood. I actually thought this one was petrified wood, but after I look at it again, I'm pretty sure it's actually just a layered metamorphic rock. That's really interesting. A wannabe. This is a very cool rock. It's a piece of chert, I think, but it just has such a cool shape. Here's another piece of petrified wood.
Isn't this ridiculous?
I think it's pretty.
Oh, it's like a lump of road stuff.
Well, it is kinda. It's called conglomerate. It's like a natural cement.
Oh, little bitty roads.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's got some nice Tyndall blue. I love that. Ooh, that's pretty.
So here's a nice purple one.
Ooh, sorry, I just scored.
It's not agate. It's purple. It's got to count for something.
It's pretty. Often these have fossils in them. A septarian nodule is named for these striations that form kind of what's called septs, and a sept is a room, and so a septarian nodule. That's what that's all about. Is that an agate? Could be. Could be. That is not an agate. Of rose quartz. We've been walking along here and it's so incredibly muddy that I had to go walk in the river because it was just disgusting. So, not all great. You can see all this gravel got pushed up by the ice. I don't see any agates sticking out of it, but there's sure a lot of gravel. Evidence that somebody else has found something here. Here's an egg.
It's not much. It's a grind on it.
It's got some dendrites too, though. It's good.
It's cleaned off.
Look at this little agate. It's a pretty one though. Here's an interesting little rock. This is a really interesting piece of jasper. It's got all kinds of white streaks in it. This is a pretty one. Greedy little one. This is pretty neat. Look at all the little bubbles in this thing. Super cool stromatolite. Isn't that neat? So many swirls. Look at the color of this jasper. Somebody left behind a couple chunks of petrified wood. It's got some nice fortifications in there. Here's a nice piece of agatized wood. Ooh, I love that kind of caramel color. It's kind of interesting how this is so much lighter on this side. That is really unusual. Jasper agate, I guess, but pretty. This is small, but it is an amazing piece of jasper. Just look at the details there and the color.
What's it called?
This is called shrink wood. This is basically a piece of petrified wood that got maybe burned in a fire or dried out somehow, so that it had these little lines in it, and then that got filled with this really beautiful blue silica. Jim wasn't even sure this was a good one.
Well, I didn't know what it was. It looked weird. That's why I kept it. It had all those colors. I thought you might want to see it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well,
Jim wasn't even sure what this was, but I personally think this is kind of one of the finds of the day. This beautiful, beautiful piece of petrified wood. It's called shrink wood in some places. It's because probably of what's called the Tyndall effect. This stuff actually looks blue. I think oh, look at that. There's a little fortification there. Wow, this piece is so cool. Here's a nice piece of petrified wood. Oh, look at that. Not as nice as the one Jim found, but nice. This is a piece of agatized wood also. Look at the swirls in that. Wow. That is so cool. While I was standing filming that, I spotted this one. Literally just a step away. That's cool. reds and yellows in that. Petrified wood. You'd almost think we were in Arizona. That is gorgeous. Jim just brought me this beautiful porcelainite. Porcelainite is basically siltstone or mudstone. It's hard to believe that it can be so beautiful. And it actually is pretty hard. It polishes nicely. This is a little better. I think...
That's a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. I think this one's a milk agate, but you can split it off if you want. So, right here we've got two agates within a foot of each other. Neither of them are just humongous, but I still think it's pretty cool. Wow, look how agatey this wood is. It's just absolutely glowing. This is a waterline agate. There, you can see it. I don't know. It was hardly even worth bending over.
I can find
It's
agates too.
Look at the water line in the middle. Turn the side, no, the other side. See where it's got the lines there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's water line or petrified wood, but it's marked, but it's really cool.
Well, that's totally why.
I figured that's exactly why.
Nobody can prove otherwise.
I'll take it along. This is definitely not a very good agate. This is a jasper. Ah! Oh my gosh, Jim! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Oh, good for you! That's fantastic! As I was sitting here looking at the dumb one.
All that dark stuff in there.
I know, it's great. Good
That's
job.
gonna-
This is going to be really fun.
It's going to cut beautifully, I think.
Okay.
Look, it's got one of those little triangles.
Yeah, that is very cool. I've been waiting in the water. It gets really deep really fast here because of the steep slope, but I'm waiting because Jim found that nice one, so it makes me think that there's probably more, and this is a pretty nice one. Too bad it's broken. Jim found this one, and
Just a few little tumblers and a piece of wood.
this really steep bank is a pretty good place to hunt because it's kind of hard to be here. Ridge is a good way of helping people understand how plentiful the agates are, and any other kind of rock too, on the Yellowstone River. This is, what do you think, maybe 10 feet tall, Jim?
15 maybe.
And the gravel layer goes down 30 yards in some places. So there's lots. We are approaching the time of day where the sun illuminates the agates. So maybe we'll find some that we missed before. It's not big. pretty.
Okay, not a huge amount of good stuff, but a nice little tumbler. It's got some color in it. And petrified wood. More petrified wood. Little tumbler. Decent little sized agate.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that big botryoidal on there. That is so cool. Those bubbles are awesome. Good job, Jim. We're making our way back to the boat because it is almost time for the video. But I have to stop and get some rocks along the way. I'm glad I stopped. Here is a very pretty one on the way back to the boat. That's neat. Wow. See, I would have just called this jasper, but look at the fortifications in here. So, Treasure State agate? I guess so. I have to cut that one open and see what it looks like. Beautiful piece of porcelainite. It's got purple and light purple and dark purple and blue and red. What a crazy piece. Jim found this on the way back to the boat. Wow. That's beautiful. Very agatized.
That's right. That's my favorite agatized wood.
Here are a few more beautiful rocks that we found along the way but didn't film. If you'd like to support this channel, there's a lot of things you can do. First of all, you can subscribe. That's really easy. You can also become a channel member by clicking on Join. Or you can visit my Etsy store, Katie Did Rocks. The link is in the description below. And if you're jonesing for some really cool rough rock and need some supplies, you can get 10% off at Highland Park Lapidary by using the link in the description. If you're buying equipment, put down Katie Did Rocks, and I'll get a commission on your purchase.
Beautiful. They can see us wonderfully. Oh, that's better. Look at that. You're so pretty. I'm so handsome.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
The wind. It's the wind.
Let's do it now. But now the sun is...
Oh, just get over yourself.
There.
Thanks for coming along. Good block, dude. I'm gonna throw shade. That's what I'm doing. Throwing shade. Thanks for coming along. This is Kate from Kate Did.
This is Mr. Did.
Keep on doing.